Here we go with another battle video, and I believe this is my Darkrai Hydreigon deck versus my opponent's Zeal deck, I believe. So I mulligan on my first turn, or my first draw, I guess I should say, and on my second hand, I get a Mewtwo. So that's not really my best, or really that's not a start that I want with my Darkrai deck. Would love a Sableye, Darkrai. Mewtwo, I don't run DCE because of Hydreigon. I could just move my energies around. So it's really not a card I like to start off with. And ooh, so I don't want to use Juniper because I have a really good hand, but a Bianca is not going to give me much of anything. So except for attaching that blend energy, that's all I can do. I don't want to waste a catcher quite yet, because that Dynamo, it could potentially paralyze me. It's probably better if that Zekrom stays active. So he's going to play a level ball, and I actually just noticed that, oh, actually, never mind. Thought I saw something on the screen, but it wasn't part of the video. Anyways, he level balls for another Dynamo, and then attaches an electric to Zekrom, puts a Sky Arrow on the field, which will actually help me with my retreat if I can't get a Darkrai into play, and plays N, which is great for me, just because my hand, Bianca's not very helpful in a large hand. So definitely gonna go with the level ball. Gonna grab the Deano, and there's one. Attach Eviolite to Mewtwo. Let's see. I'm going to attach that Dark to Mewtwo as well. And then I'm going to end. And let's see. So play the Sableye. Oh, nice. So I don't have a random receiver, which I should have played on my last turn just to get in the discard pile. However, I have Ultra Ball and Rare Candy. Hydreigon will be out next turn. So my pretty much misplay was not playing the random receiver so that I could, after Hydreigon was in play, I could just, oh, well, I'd still have to lose an energy to retreat. But anyways, I'd be able to get Sableye out to get a supporter in hand, to hopefully get my hand nice and fresh and doing something. But I decided to put 40 on Zekrom, just to try and soften him up a bit. And there goes my Eviolite with his Tool Scraper, or Scrapper. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I really don't care if anyone corrects me on it. And he's going to Glinting Claw and put, I think he did flip head, so awesome. I hit a Juniper. So going to toss out that Dark, since I have the Dark Patch. I'm feeling the Eviolite. Yeah. Chances are he probably has another Tool Scrapper, so there's really no point in... Oh, I screw up big time. I accidentally clicked Darkrai instead of Hydreigon. So I could have had a Hydreigon in play and Juniper, and oh, that was a huge misplay. But I do get his Willis, so I can at least get that, and I have another Ultra Ball, so I can get Hydreigon on my next turn, but oh, that's frustrating. Let's see. See, now I have to be careful of my energy attachments. And yeah, see, I had the Max Potion. If I had used the Hydreigon, could have just taken all that damage off. So, question is, do I just go ahead and sacrifice? Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to use my free retreat, and I'm going to hope that he doesn't have catcher. And I'm just going to junk hunt for, looks like, a Dart Patch, and see what else is there. Eviolite. Dart Patch really doesn't help me, but I have a feeling he's going to knock out Sableye, so it's just a matter of getting my darkness energy back. So he's not having much luck getting Eels onto the field. He's got a Raikou on the bench now, with a DCE attached, but no Eels. Interesting. And he tries to take me out with the Glinting Claw, but hits tail, so it only does 50 to me. So, now let's play this right. Use the Ultra Ball this time. Toss out the Dark. Toss out that Eviolite again. And get Hydreigon. Now I'm going to Dark Trans all that energy off of Mewtwo. And use that Max Potion to get rid of all that nasty damage. Then I'm going to use Dark Patch to put that Dark Energy that I discarded right back onto Darkrai. And I'm going to do a nice, I should do Bianca here, because I can draw for 4, so it's a pretty good hand. I like this. So, I can catch her up a Dynamo and start taking out some eels. I actually have a lot of options right now. First I'm going to Dark Trans that energy off, or that special energy onto the Hydreigon. And, yep. Oh, I'm actually going to do some damage to the Raikou. Let's see. Looks like I'm like looks like I'm going to Max Potion that Sableye too. Just to make it a little harder for him to attack. Or knock it out, I guess. Alright, so I do 90, and I'm going to do 30 to a Dynamo. I'm choosing the Dynamo, because if I choose a Zekrom because of that Eviolite, I'm only going to have, it's only going to do 10 to him. That's really not that significant. So, but he does get an eel into play, luckily for him, otherwise he would have been knocked out on the next turn. And he plays a random receiver. So, and so all these videos were made, pretty much several days before, or possibly weeks before I actually got around to doing the audio for them. So I actually don't remember the outcome of this game. I've had many Darkrai Hydreigon matches, some I've lost, some I've won, and this one I do not recall how it turns out. So this will be very interesting, just simply because I'm not going to cheat and fast forward ahead and see. So I'm checking out my discard pile. Got some good stuff. So he's got 2 eel into play now. He's going to start the Dynamotor, and he brings up my Hydreigon. He retreated that Raikou, and he uses Zekrom to take out my Hydreigon. So that is a heavy hit, because I don't have another Deano, much less a Hydreigon, in play. So, going to attach the Blend to Mewtwo. Random Receiver, because I'd like to save that end for later, but maybe that's not meant to be. So I'm going to Super Rod that entire Hydreigon line back in, so I have a better shot of drawing into it. If I remember right, at least one of my Deano were prized. Alright, so that really didn't help me out. But I am going to take out some of those eels, I think. Definitely take out some of those eels. Unfortunately, there's not much going on in my hand. I'm going to play the second Sableye, just to have that free retreater if I need it. And I'm going to catch her up the eel on the bench that isn't damaged. Trying to decide whether I want to play that second Mewtwo. And it looks like I decide not to. I'm going to Night Spirit to knock out that eel and put another 30 on the other eel. So, assuming he doesn't run Max Potion, that'll be knocked out next turn. Pull another Darkrai, which is very nice. And he promotes his Raikou. Raikou has free retreat, so it's his ideal promoter after something's been knocked out. And I mean free retreat with Sky Arrow. So he plays a Level Ball, probably going to go for another Dynamo to get another one out on the field. I wish I could have played a Deano, but honestly, I probably wouldn't have played the Deano because that Raikou would have just sniped it right off the field. I'm curious now as to, his attackers, while they have damage on them, are still pretty loaded. So they're very, very dangerous right now. And he ends me, so hopefully he ends me into something good. Because my hand, at least has a random receiver in it, so I can draw something good, but I wasn't really feeling it. So, well, it's doable. Good thing is the catcher. So he's going to Super Rod an entire eel line. Dynamo, Electric, and Electros. Electros is a very interesting choice. I forget what that one does, but both of the Electroses in the format have very interesting attacks that are useful in certain situations. So he's going to Ultra Ball, looks like a Sharon and something else for another Dynamo. And, with that catcher in hand, I feel pretty good because my Darkrai can pretty much take out, I think both of his, his Raikou has 90 on it. If his Raikou retreats, I can always drag it back up with Catcher, take out the Raikou and the Eel in one go, which will be 3 prizes on my end. That'll give me a huge advantage, or a huge lead, that'll make it really difficult for him to come back from. And with that Level Ball in my hand, hopefully I can get another Deanna going. So, he actually tries to paralyze me with Thunder Fang, and fails it. So that was a huge, I wouldn't say necessarily a mistake. It was a huge risk, I'd say. Oh, so that's why I didn't have 2 Deanno in play. 2 of my 3 Deanno are prized. So he never retreated, so I'm just going to do Night Spirit to do 90 and 30 to the Eel to take 3 prizes in 1 turn. So I am feeling pretty good. I get an N, which is not useful, Rare Candy, which is perfect, and another Deanno. So unless he ends me, and he doesn't. He has a Bianca. So that's why he threw out that Sharon was, I mean, it wasn't completely necessary. That other card in his hand, which I think was the Eel, was more essential to to hang on to. So he's got the Eel, but he's got no attackers on the bench. So that's not really that helpful. The Zekrom only has, I believe, what was it, 30 or I think it's just the 40 damage that my Mewtwo did to him early on. So, still have quite a bit of work before I can knock that guy out. He does play Ultra Ball, so we're going to see another attacker, most likely, to take advantage of that Dynamotor. And let's see what he goes with. Tornadus. Very interesting choice, and attaches the DCE, so he's going to be able to start hitting fast. For now, though, oh, I just realized Zekrom, his attack does 150, I believe. And that knocks out my Darkrai. So, puts me in a bit of predicament. But I'm going to put up that Sableye, and I'm still feeling pretty good. I've got a lot of options right now, and with that Ultra Ball, I have even more. So, I'm going to play the second Deanno just to prepare. I'm going to play the Rare Candy to get that Hydreigon into play. And then we're going to Ultra Ball for probably a Darkrai. And I can go ahead and throw out the Level Ball and as well as, I'm thinking, maybe even the N. Yeah. Get a Darkrai, move some energy around, play a Juniper. I don't know how many cards are left in my deck, but we'll find out probably in a bit. And I'm probably I'm just going to toss out that N, because I don't want to end myself down to 2. So grab the Darkrai. And yeah, I'm gonna catcher up that Eel and bring it down to 1 prize, even though he's got 2 EXs on the field. Oh, yeah, he attached a DCE and Dynamotor to it last turn, so yeah, I want to take out that Eel just because without it, he's just got to rely on manual attachments, and that makes it a lot harder for him to attack. Slows him down quite a bit, and will give me time to take out that last prize. If nothing else, I can always just stack all the energy on a Mewtwo and take something out that way. Alright, so retreating, moving all that energy on a Darkrai. And I have a Max Potion in hand too, so I'm just going to use a Level Ball just to see what's left in my deck. 10 cards, some energy, Mewtwo, it's good stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good. And do I just do 10 to Zekrom or do I do 30 to Tornadus? Looks like I'm going to spread the damage. I'm going to do 30 to Tornadus. So that way he doesn't have anything fully healed. He can't well, not trick me, but randomly pull out a Max Potion and throw me completely off guard. Feeling pretty good. So he manually attaches to the Zekrom, plays a Juniper for another nice fresh hand. And without any eel in play, so be very careful. So, oh, okay, there we go with Power Blow or Power Blast for 100. He has to discard the energy. I don't know oh, he's got, yeah, I win the game. He's got 130 on him. Hydreigon's attack does 140. That totals up to 170. All I have to do is Dark Trans the energy on there, and that's my last prize. So he can see is right there when he realizes what I'm doing, and that's the end of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more battle videos and, of course, more openings.